Red light's on.
You're on.
3, 2, 1. After a long hiatus, very long, new studio in place. Kevin Slater's back. You don't recognize him as Kevin Slater.
Hello.
We're back. We're going to start.
You know what we really need?
What do we need?
We need Richard Perella. We need Richard Perella here to yell, "We're back!"
I know.
Really, it's been years. We need him at this point.
If we ever needed that particular skill of Richard's, this would have been the day. This would have been the day.
Yeah, it would have been.
Kevin's been on the moon for the last year. He's been incognito. He doesn't know what's been happening.
I know. But have they been still playing sports in Southwest Iowa?
They have.
Wow.
They've been playing sports. Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They did.
How's that been going?
You know, it's been pretty good. There's been some exciting stuff. Essex last year during the season, Essex played not only the highest scoring game in Corner Conference history. Hey man, they won 70-50 over Seymour.
They did. Wow.
2 weeks later, they beat Villisca 10-0 in the lowest scoring game.
Well, how about that for a contrast, huh?
That's true. 2 wins for Essex last year, which was more than they had.
2 more than the previous couple years combined.
Absolutely.
Nice.
East Mills was really good last year.
Oh yeah,
East Mills was really good. Well, they went to state. They made the round of 8. They made the round of 8 in the playoffs. Nice. Luke Schaefer threw for 6 million.
6 million yards.
6 million
yards. That's a good year. That's a good season.
It was a solid season for Schaefer and Son. Sydney made the playoffs, and they got
the Cowboys.
The Cowboys.
Are they still the Cowboys?
They're still the Cowboys.
Last time I checked, they were the Cowboys.
They are the Cowboys.
And
the dangerous one, Donnie Sears.
Oh, yeah.
Still coach. Coach. But
classic.
Yeah, but they had to go up to Glidden, and there's a kid from Glidden in the game last year against Sydney. There was a kid from Glidden that, from what I'm told by the people at the chain gang in Glidden, he's a special kid. During one of the special is in he takes some special classes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. He was defensive tackle, and he came flying in from the left on one play, and he didn't have his helmet strapped on properly. And while rushing Noah McKeever, his helmet flew off.
Oh no! And
he still put his head down and stuck Noah head to helmet.
Really?
And buried Noah. And jumped up and was
split open his own head,
spazzing out. Oh, he had a huge red welt. It looked like it had opened him up, but they got beat like 50-14 up there. It was a most unmerciful beating. It was. Nishnabotna missed the playoffs because they lost to Sydney, and Fremont Mills won a state title.
Oh, that little thing.
Fremont Mills won a state title.
All right.
Yeah, they did. That's interesting too.
Nate Meyer, pretty good. I would assume.
Nate Meyer's a little better than average. I hear he's working out with the second team up in Iowa.
Hawkeyes, huh?
Hawkeyes. Yeah.
All right. What position?
I don't know. Okay. I don't follow Iowa very close.
Yeah. Who would?
Well,
why would you?
This, I guess I have to say because Nate Meyer's playing there. I got one reason to not be entirely disdainful. Of Iowa sports.
So Nate Meyer, I heard that he scored 90 million touchdowns in one game.
He broke 14 tackles on one run. One time he broke 14 tackles. No, they scored as much as they want on everybody they wanted, and they beat Murray in the championship game, 86-0.
Really? Wow, championship game.
Yeah,
man.
And
for Jeremy Christiansen.
Christiansen, that's right. And they deserved it. It's a lot of teams have had the talent to get over. A lot of teams have that talent at one point or another, and a lot of them don't win.
Right.
I mean, sometimes coming in with that pressure on your back. I said they were going to win. You got jackasses like me out there telling everybody that we're listening that FM's going to win the state title in A-Man football. It makes your road a little bit harder, but it also makes it a little bit sweeter when you're right.
Put pressure on it, huh?
But it makes it sweeter when I'm right, and I was, but I don't think that was an exceptionally bold prediction.
Yeah.
Although many of my journalistic brethren did not share that opinion. I don't think it was particularly bold. But they did. They won easily.
Nate Meyer, AJ Scarborough leading the way.
Yeah,
both of them graduated, right?
Both of them graduated. They lost AJ. They lost Nate. They lost the Wood kid. They lost the other lineman that threw discus. Franks. That was Franks, and he's a horse. He's a big boy. And I'm really going to get myself in trouble for forgetting some of the people they missed. I know they lost a couple more receivers. Nick Williams. They lost Nick Williams. Rod's son. Yeah, they lost. I mean, that's one.
Rod Williams.
Rowdy Rod Williams. They lost some of the greatest collection of talent we'll see in a
lost a lot. So you're thinking they're going to be down this year?
Well, down's all relative. Down compared to last year. I don't see how you couldn't.
Yeah, state title 82-0.
No, I guarantee you they won't win the state title 82-0.
Okay, all right. Bold prediction number one.
Bold prediction number one. Fremont Mills will not win by 80 in the state championship game this year. Honestly. The team that, on a completely uncorner related note, the team that's really standing out early right now as far as A-Man football, you've got to watch out for. Derek Casey's back.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Derek Casey's back, and they lost FM in a day. That's how good FM was last year. They went up to Adair.
Nobody rings in Adair,
and they beat them 80-8.
Wow,
80-8.
Wow.
Yeah, but
FM shattering the mold.
They did. And I think FM will be right at the top of the conference, again this year. Nice. I think they will be. I think Sydney will be right there too. Sydney's deep. Sydney's really, really deep this year. They got a couple of open enrolls from Botna that came over, both very talented. They have a kid this year from moved into Sydney. I believe he's from Albia.
Okay.
Southeast.
Albania, huh?
Albania.
Like in Europe?
He's European. Yep. He's kicker.
European kicker?
Yep. Kicker. Coach Sears told me the kid from Albia is a real talented athlete.
Okay.
I mean, one of his best athletes. They're deep. Anthony Rodriguez brothers kicking. They got two good fullbacks. They got Nick Shipley, who was third or fourth in the conference in the 100. He's fast kid. So I think Sydney will be real tough too. Cam's in the district.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's making a big deal about Cam. I'm hearing some people saying they're going to win the district easily outright. And I don't believe that's the case at all. They got beat by their Casey last week. Not that that means anything.
Not that's anything to be ashamed of.
I think everybody's going to lose to Adair for a long time this year. But Cam's in the district. They're going to be a handful for the teams at the top. You got Lennox and Corning. Both join the district this year.
Okay.
It's a 9-team district.
New look district, huh?
Mm-hmm. Then it changes again next year because Villisca and Corning join in.
Okay.
And they exploited a loophole in the rules. They're going to join in and play 8-man football for a year.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
So would they not be playoff eligible?
They will be.
Wow.
They are in the district.
Never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Odd exploitation of the rules.
It is. And somebody explained to me who there's a high school in northeast Iowa somewhere that was the first.
There's several.
High
schools in northeast.
Well, yeah. Iowa. And there's one that exploited this loophole first.
One in particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently before the state closes the loophole, there's other schools are rushing to exploit it, and Villisca and Corning are one of the ones. So they will join in together and play that football this year. Yeah. So the team will lose. Where
are they going to play? Do you have any idea if they're playing in Corning or in Villisca? Any clue on that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody that knows. Let us know. Somebody that knows this information, write in and tell us.
I'm going to speculate.
Hey, what site is it? What site are we on, by the way? How do people watch this video?
You set your browser to SWYSportsCorner.com.
SWYSportsCorner.com. That's the new site.
SWY for Southwest Iowa.
Got it.
Sports, because it's sports.
Sports related.
And corner, because you could say like Coach's Corner, or or you could say Corner Conference.
Corner Conference.
And it is what it is. It's a Corner Conference website.
It is.
All Corner Conference, all the time.
Yeah, we kind of just went right into talking about actual football. But it probably be good to give exciting. Oh, football's the best. I mean, I think everyone agrees there. But it might be good to give them just a little bit of information about what the site is and what we're all about.
And he's right. and the shameless self-promotion begins for a few minutes, because that's what it is.
Sit back and relax.
It's an idea Kevin and I had for a while. We've always wanted to focus on the entire Corner Conference. There's really been no way to do that in the past. The individual newspapers cover small portions of the Corner Conference, and there's an angle to that in itself. I mean, the papers themselves are still going to be able to cover, a couple teams on a very, very close basis,
right.
but none of them are going to be able to give a conference-wide perspective.
Right.
And some games are just big because their Corner Conference is big. And that's what this site is for. It's going to be all the Corner Conference teams all the time. Every school is going to have a page. We've got interactive forums. We got a page. I'm putting together the past lists of the all Corner Conference teams. Got some basketball teams up, working on baseball, softball. I'm going to try to make a list of past state track medal winners and whatnot. It's going to be a real interactive site. It's going to be a database. It's going to be It's going to be historical. It's going to be a page for historical photos. I'd like to build up some, artwork from, schools from the past that were in the Corner Conference. All kinds of stuff. You have to take a look. It's SWISportsCorner.com.
Nice.
You can find us on Facebook. We got a Facebook page, and you can just type that into your browser, and it'll pull it right up. The explosion of color and
it really is.
At the top.
It really is like a rainbow.
It is.
And so it's completely independent. We're completely independent from any kind of affiliation with anything else.
This is us.
It's just us. We're just covering the Corner Conference because we love it. We're passionate about it. Nobody else does it, and we're not constrained by geographical area.
That's right. It's, we feel like it's with the internet, with everybody being connected at the touch of the keyboard. We're all connected. You don't have to limit yourself geographically anymore.
Right.
And it's really no different than any other. ESPN has they have an ESPN Chicago and an ESPN New York, and everything's becoming more fine-tuned. The Fox Sports regional networks all cater to a certain area. So that's what this is in a sense, but we're not catering to an area, we're catering to a conference. And the conference, these towns are all close enough together and they all play each other, they're all intertwined.
Right.
And, you may not know anybody in Villisca, or you may not, know that person in South Page, but because you might come up against them later in the year, you want to follow them, you want to read about them. And we'll have conference-wide news and predictions and all kinds of opinions, and it's just going to be a place for Corner Conference junkies to go get their fix. And you're looking at the two biggest Corner Conference junkies there are right here. So, every team has a page, and we're welcoming Heartland. Council Bluffs Heartland Christian.
Council Bluffs Heartland Christian.
Yeah.
I hear they got to win their first game out.
They won. They beat the mess out of Ankeny Christian.